Sorry, let's do this again. Think winning a trivia game is just about knowing the answers? Welcome to Trivia Pirates, where knowing enough is not enough. It's designed by Ajay Punya, that's me, and Bhushan Patel. It's a game where knowledge moves you forward and piracy slows everyone down. It's a game for 3 to 6 players or 3 to 6 teams because that's when trivia is more fun. Playing time is 45 minutes to an hour depending on your group's chaos quotient. You play as cat pirates, sailing the high seas and answering trivia questions to claim the chest of questionable glory before anyone else. You win by answering questions, strategizing smartly, and playing your rivals better than they play you. Before you begin, choose a Gamemaster. The Gamemaster operates the web app, manages the cards and coins, and in general, keeps the game moving. To set up, place the board in the middle and sit with your teammates. Every team begins with their ship at the port. We'll assume that we have 4 teams playing: Cleopatra, Sherlock Holmes, Mastermind, and Catappa. So, these 2 ships go back in the box. Every team gets 10 coins. Keep them visible at all times. No hiding under the table. 3 think cards, 1 each of Make It Easy, Letter Count, and 2 guesses. Next, for the questions, go to the Trivia Pirates web app via the QR code in the box. Here, teams can choose their favorite topics and difficulty levels. Once that is done, the Game Master shares the game link with all teams or with a device that can then be cast onto a larger screen for everyone to see. Finally, to determine the first direct team, the Game Master deals 1 sync card each. The team that gets the highest power card indicated by the number of Jolly Rogers becomes the first direct team. If needed, the Game Master redeals to only the tied teams. Here, Sherlock Holmes becomes the first direct team. And that's the setup. The game is played over a series of questions, and every question follows the same 3 phases. The question is revealed, then the teams fight for and try to answer the question, and finally, teams can make board moves. This cycle repeats over and over again until a team claims the treasure chest. Before each question is revealed, teams can buy sync cards for 2 coins each. You don't get to choose which ones you want, you get what you get. How many cards you buy is a strategic choice. You'll understand as we go along. The Game Master will now reveal the first question. When the question is revealed, the timer begins. The direct team waits and does not blurt out the answer. Other teams in this time can play a sync card face down on their notch even when playing a wild card. And when the timer runs out,
Ye time's up.
all cards played are flipped. The card with the highest power will now come into effect unless the direct team counters. If there is a tie between rivals, the direct team chooses one of them. After seeing what everyone has played, the direct team can now counter by playing a card of an equal or a higher power. Even if no other teams play a sync card, they may still play one if they want. The Game Master takes any cards that lost out, including in case of a tie, and gives the teams that played these cards a compensatory coin each. Now, before we go on to the next phase, I'll explain the various sync cards and their effects. There are 6 types of sync cards. Loot question lets you steal the question and answer it yourself. If you are the direct team, you can counter loot with a loot. Scrap question cancels the current question and replaces it with a new one. Really handy when you get a tough question or when a rival is the direct team on an easy question. Piggyback lets you bet that the team of your choice will answer correctly when the question reaches them on the pass. And if they do answer correctly, you move forward with them, but only they get the coins. If your target team answers incorrectly, you are skipped on the pass. Card Shield blocks equal or lower power cards. You can also play it preemptively to stop other teams' cards from taking effect. No pass does not let a question pass to another team even if the direct team fails to answer. The question ends after the direct team's guess. And finally, wildcard, which works in extremes. Alone, it has no power, but as a pair, it is the most powerful, as it can then become any sync card. When you play a wild card, pull out the second one when the cards are flipped. If you don't have a second, a single wild card just gets you a coin. And if the direct team counters a rival's wild card pair with a wild card pair of their own, the rival gets a compensatory coin. And if multiple teams play pairs, they must agree on the same sync card for the direct team to choose between them. Else the teams are likely to keep changing what they're playing the wildcard as, and the discussions will never end. So now that you know your arsenal, let's go back to the game, picking up from resolving the battle of the sync cards. Cleopatra has played Loot Question, Meowstermind has played Scrap Question, and Catappa is piggybacking on Perlock Holmes, which is me in this example. So Loot has lost out already, which means I have to pick between Meowstermind Scrap and Catappa's Piggyback. I pick Piggyback because, well, we've just started and I don't want to make enemies yet. Cleopatra and Meowstermind both receive a coin from the Gamemaster. I now have the question in my possession and will be the first to answer. Let's look at another example. Cleopatra has played Loot Question, Meowstermind and Catappa haven't played any card. This time, let's say I can't counter. So Cleopatra has one possession of the question and will answer it first. If they can't answer correctly, it passes to Meowstermind. Any team can use think cards when it is their turn to answer. Think cards are basically lifelines. There are 3 of them. Make it easy reveals the first letter of the answer. Letter count tells you how many letters are in the answer. And 2 guesses gives your team 2 attempts. As a reward for when a team answers correctly, they move 1 step forward and get 3 coins. But if a team answers incorrectly or decides to pass, the question moves clockwise to the next team. This continues until a team answers correctly or everyone fails. If no team answers correctly, nobody moves forward and no coins are awarded, the question just simply ends. In my example, if Cleopatra answered correctly, the team on their left, that is Meowstermind, becomes the new direct team. But if no team answered correctly, the team on the left of Perlock Holmes, who was the previous direct team, becomes the new direct team, that is Cleopatra. Halfway to the treasure chest, you will cross paths with the Mermaid. When any team reaches the Mermaid, there are 2 actions to be taken. 1, all other teams get a coin each from the Gamemaster, and 2, the team that reached the Mermaid can exchange any or all of the sync cards they have for an equal number of sync cards from the top of the Gamemaster's deck. However, if you cross or land on the Mermaid step again due to board moves like backtrack or double move, the Mermaid's actions do not get re-triggered. Once the answer is revealed, any team can decide to play these strategic moves by using the coins mentioned on each move. There are 4 board moves, 2 of which unlock for the team that just gave the correct answer. 1, double move, which lets you do the smart work of moving an extra step by using 5 coins, instead of moving ahead by doing the hard work of giving correct answers. 2, extra turn, which for 3 coins makes you the direct team for the next question. Backtrack. By using 5 coins, you can push another team back 1 step. Second is freeze. By using 3 coins, you can stop a team from answering or playing sync cards on their next question, basically making them an audience for a question. As we've seen, 2 moves favor those who make them and 2 moves to make others question your friendship. Keep in mind that if you want to block any move, you can do so by matching the coin cost for that move. But here's the fun part. You don't have to make or counter board moves alone. You can pool in coins with others. And when the moves and counter moves are made, all coins used are taken by the Gamemaster. A couple of key things to note. One, stacking a particular board move by or against a team in a board move phase is not allowed. For example, you can freeze them, but if they counter it, you can't freeze them again in the same phase. How about you try backtrack instead? Second, if you double move on giving a correct answer and someone backtracks you, the backtrack only cancels the double move. You can counter the double move first and then play backtrack. Similarly, if you initiate extra turn, other teams trying to freeze you is as good as them countering your extra turn. So, if other teams really want to keep you where you are, they'll have to counter your extra turn and then play freeze. With the phases understood, you win when you reach and claim the treasure chest, the sixth step on the map inside the island of Atlantis. And by claiming, I mean after you reach the chest, you still have to survive the board move phase. If no team backtracks you, or if you can counter any backtrack attempt, game, set, match, you win. Two teams claiming the chest on the same question can resolve ties by doing a count back. Most coins, then the most sync cards, and then think cards. Well, that's everything you need to know to play Trivia Pirates. Battle with sync cards, survive with think cards, and conspire with coins. So gather your crew and set sail. You can also find players near you by visiting the Trivia Pirates community page. I'll share a link to that in the description. Thanks for watching, and remember, in this pursuit of treasure, loyalty is conditional.